Okay, so here we are, Tuesday, February 4th. So let's check in and just, you can share whatever comes, just noticing what your thoughts are. What have you been hearing? Is there something that seems to repeat itself? Just watching any shares. And you can share, feel free to share if you've done the work and it's been interesting or helpful. But let's just hear what's happening, what you've been noticing. Julia, how about you first? Unmute you. There you go.
Okay. Hi, everybody.
Oh.
And what I was noticing just before the call is like how you can say small fear of beginnings and also dreading like endings. So it's like the beginning of something, I feel like uncomfortable, and then already my thoughts are going to the ending of this meeting, like some sadness around endings. And I prepared my dinner and I know I have that ready for when this is ending. So like some comfort. And
That's great.
what I also saw just this afternoon when I came home, it's like always some kind of future thoughts comes into mind, how I need to improve something, fix something, going into work thoughts. And it's like always these future thoughts of something that needs to be done or changed or figured out.
Yeah. Isn't that so powerful to notice that mind is just working overdrive, trying to make sure we're okay later in the future? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Very sweet. I love what you said. And you can notice the same thing with a meal. At the beginning, oh, good. I'm not so sure about the ending, this ending thing that happens. It's very helpful to look at goodbye. What does goodbye mean? Saying, having something over. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. All right, Laura, hello.
Hey, everybody. Good morning or good night. So if you were to ask me this morning at 3:30 how it was going, or at 4:30, I would probably have a completely different answer than I do right now. So right now, I am just so curious. I feel calmer than I have in a week. This morning, I got hungry, and I just sat with my hunger. I sat with how that felt in my stomach and in my body. And I tried, I noticed the hidden agendas of, I'm hungry, I don't have to eat, maybe I'm losing weight. And I noticed those things. I'm like, okay, that's okay, but that's not really what my goal is right now. I get that. But what am I feeling? What's happening? What I noticed is what I was tired. Like what I really wanted to do was go to sleep. So I set my alarm for 45 minutes, went to bed, tried to sleep, noticed that I was too hungry to sleep. So I got up and, what do I eat, right? And I had some food that I feel good about. There's no guilt. There was guilt if I thought about what other people were thinking, which is none of my business, but I do that. So right now, I'm just glad to be here. I'm glad for this meeting. I'm glad for the grounding. I'm grateful for the peace. Grateful for my worksheet this morning. Grateful I don't have to be perfect and figure it all out, and that it is all figured out. I am just exactly where I need to be right now. And right now it feels peaceful, about 95%. That's good. I like this.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. Beautiful. I love getting to be more friendly with peace and really noticing it, color, texture, temperature, just like we're doing with the stressful stuff. Because then you get oh, what is peace? What would peace feel like in the moment? Just like what you're feeling. It's great. I also loved your work on, Laura was sharing on Marco Polo. I have to figure it out. That was your thought, but it had the words "figure it out" in it, which is sort of figuring something, like you're painting it or like writing or doing, like there's a figure in it. It's very interesting. Figures.
Taking A and B and putting it together and trying to make it work, and I have to be in control and I have to put it all together. I.
Yes. Yes. And there's a math. Don't use it with math like I'm figuring out the math problem or the figure of a math. Like, what's the figure? What's the sum? Kind of landing on that. I don't know wherever that comes from, but
I don't like math.
there you go.
Amazing.
Yeah. This might not be a math problem.
It is, though. That's how I treat it.
Right. We have. That's what it's a math problem, You have to count things.
Yeah, or A equals B equals C.
Right.
So I'm doing A and B, and now I'm going to get C. But wait a minute. Maybe if I do C 15,000 more times really fast or really hard,
Yeah.
it'll work out. But the calculations are faulty to begin with.
Yes. 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 Love it. Thank you. All right. Jerry Ann, hello.
Oh, hello. Wow. So I'm happy to be here to ground. So I have done years and years of worksheets on this job that I hated so much. Today I've left that role and I am like in the process of finding another one. So I'm in this transition where I've left the one role and then I have 5 months to find another role. So I am in the unknown. I finally let go of all the fighting with that job.
Wow.
I all the years in eating peace and all the worksheets. So yeah, I am sitting with a lot of uncertainty, and I resonate with everything around endings and what does that mean. And although it was a very unpleasant experience in the old role, at least I knew what that was and it was certain. So yeah, so now I think I know that my worksheets are going to be around just the stress of the uncertainty.
Wow.
And staying centered and peaceful. In this moment, I am peaceful. But it is all the awkwardness. I'm like, oh, I just bump into someone. I just told them, not your manager anymore. What does that mean? So all the awkwardness and what are people thinking? What was the message so I am a lot right now in everybody else's business. And again, too, in the future, what will happen? When will I find a new role? What if I don't find a new role? So all of the what ifs.
Wow. Yeah.
But not eating, just spinning about it and being with it.
What I love about your experience, Jerry Ann, I love you keep coming to eating pieces. Even if eating is not Velcroed to these things, it doesn't mean, we're supposed to, like some of us have had the thought we're supposed to be totally peaceful and have our whole entire past worked out and everything's all good. And then we'll stop eating in a weird way. Well, no, it just can become unvelcroed from, you're still noticing, really looking at some of the same things. Just food isn't necessarily a factor in it. It just naturally dies down because you know what to do with it. Like it's not comfortable. Here comes the stress. And I'm not even trying to unhook food from it. It just isn't there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It isn't there. But the discomfort is there.
Yeah, right. So that's the news. Don't discomfort will still come.
That's not such good news. But I guess the exciting thing is that I can stand it.
Yes.
I can be with it and just hold it.
No, exactly.
food. Talk about it. Do inquiry.
Yes.
But
Right.
I don't have the layer of food. Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
is progress.
Yeah. It's like just noticing it's rawly meeting this thing that feels really uncomfortable. And in some ways, over and over again, like we're doing, am I safe? Just noticing, I'm not safe. I'm not safe. And then just noticing that you are. I run into the person, ooh, okay, and you might have the reaction, but there's part of us that is also completely safe. Most of us,
Yes.
except for the mind, we're safe.
Yes. Cringing, but okay.
Yes. Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Abby.
Hi.
Hello.
Excuse me. I actually been feeling perfect timing. I've been feeling a little bit discouraged or I don't know, tense because I feel overwhelmed by my mind, by my thoughts. There are just so many, there's just so much that I'm being ruled by, and I feel overwhelmed by them. And yeah, there's some of that sense of I need to get this just right in order to be okay. And so what I've noticed increasingly over the past couple of days is this, particularly around meals and food. I have been really still. I've been trying to let go of the food rules, and so I thought I was doing that all right. But what's still remaining tremendously is feeling the need to control myself around food. So in my mind, I'm like, if I just like can eat whatever I want, but if I eat smaller and smaller and smaller amounts, and so I'm like still trying to really control, and that's what it's just like humming in the back of my mind. And what I've noticed over the past couple of nights and then today is that I can see how that's building up to I'm just gonna freak out and let go because I can't take this need to control. And you can see how it would lead to eating to discomfort or something like that. And it creates a lot of fear in me, and an underlying tension, and I was thinking about that safe thing. And the first thing when you're talking about, ask, am I safe in this moment, or I'm not safe, is that true? And I was thinking about it, the first thing that came to my mind was, no, I'm never safe because it's me. I'm the unsafe one. I'm the one that's not safe. I need to be I need to be saved from myself. And so I'm like, oh my God, I have to find that feeling of safety, because it's like physical safety almost doesn't even cross my mind. It's just that I just feel so unsafe in myself.
Yeah.
So that obviously creates a lot of tension. And then I had my first partnering experience today, a little bit after this. And I'm like getting all worried that I'm not going to have the right worksheet to work on, or I'm not going to do it right. I'm not going to have and it's overwhelming, and it's so sneaky.
Yeah.
So it's just a buildup of this stuff. But I think the biggest thing is I still just have that huge overwhelming sense of I need to control, whether it's the food, I need to control myself, whether it's the food or the thinking or the interactions with other people. It's really tiring.
That might be a good thought to do the work on. I need to control myself. Ooh. Yeah. Thank you. Good to notice. All right, Teresa.
Hello.
Hello.
So I have, it's such a dichotomy of I am doing okay and I am feeling like I'm drinking from a fire hose. So like there's just so much. I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed and over my head, that's the phrase, with this, with with Marco Polo and Slack and Zoom and partnering, and it's so I am just trying to take deep breaths and trying to hear Grace in my head instead of me in my head, and where's my feet and how are my feet feeling, and part of me, there's just two of me, I guess, which I think is a good thing, because there's the crazy person, if you will, and there's the person observing the crazy person.
Yes.
And so that is helpful and brings me back to peace when I can stop and be and let that be true. And life just happens, right? Like, I just want life to stop. Let me just set life down for a minute and do this and do the work, and then I'll come back to life. But it's not happening that way. So it's all of it. It's I want to lose weight. It's I don't have enough time. It's I'm stupid. It's I'm behind. It's all of that.
Yes. Yes. Just, just watching that voice, have it say, trying to be protective, trying to get you where you want to go, to that other place that's better than here, and just seeing even this, what's offered here. A lot is offered, and the thought I have to do it all. You made it here. Amazing.
Yeah.
So that's enough. That's enough. We have unlimited food in our world too, and that just know we can't eat it all.
That's true.
Can't eat it all. So just noticing. Yeah. A little bit might be absolutely perfect. All right. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
All right. Donnie. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Can hear you. Yes.
Okay, my video is off because the internet connection is not very good.
Got it. Yes. Yeah. Perfect.
I took your advice. I'm starting very slow.
Good.
So I don't feel behind, but I am behind. I didn't have time to look at things that I wanted to, etc., because there are too many things on my plate now,
Yes.
and I don't eat them all.
I love that, having to say that expression. There's so much on my plate. Yeah.
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 So what I was thinking as I heard the other people is I noticed that I'm getting a little bit stressed about it, and then asked myself, why should I be stressed? There is no reason. And that's why I'm saying I'm behind, but I don't feel behind. So the stress is not there anymore.
Beautiful. Yes. I'm where I am. I love that. Yeah. If there really is no behind.
Yeah, what I notice also that just the participation itself is enough. Just showing up.
I love it. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So great. It's true.
So kind of peaceful eating is also peaceful participation in this thing.
Yes. That's a great,
Take away the stress. Yeah.
a beautiful turnaround. All I need to do is show up, me and the food. All of me, being there. I just need to show. I don't have to know what to do. There isn't anything missing. I love that. It's great. Thank you.
And also, part of the peaceful eating is peace.
Oh,
So to be peaceful was participating.
Beautiful. Yes. You cut out ever so slightly, but I think you were saying peaceful eating. I can also apply this to peaceful participating,
Yes.
just like this. Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Gabrielle. Hello.
Hello. By the way, I just want to ask, I have to, maybe I can write you an email. I want to find where to log in for the orientation videos. Maybe sometime at some point, just letting me know. Okay, so everyone be grateful you can't be in the same room as me because I smell like a wild boar right now. I have been so sick and just really, you know, not bathing. I thought I woke up feeling a little better this morning, but then I didn't have a towel because I was like, I have not done laundry. Anyway, so the first time through this process, I didn't read the stuff, but I showed up for every single Zoom call and as much as I could, and I was at first in a good place around eating, and I actually thought when I started it, oh good, I'll lose weight. No. When I do this process, and I was in a good place at first, and then it just kind of tanked. So, you know, it became from I'm going to lose weight to whoa, I'm really going a little nuts here, and then just going fuck it, I'm going to eat whatever I want, you know, just fuck it. And yet, you know, still keeping in mind that I did not want to do something from outside to change me, to, you know, so, you know, so I did that, and then I just have been living in a larger body, and in between that time and this time, and I was just this close to going to Weight Watchers because I was like, I really just have to get this under control. And then I got sick again, really sick, and the illness sort of made me have to be more conscious of what I ate or if I ate, and because I didn't want to eat the first couple days, and then, you know, and then what I ate and how much I ate became something that I needed to really focus on. And so I have been eating, like, more conscious about what I'm eating, and I've been eating like half of what I would usually eat. And it's been plenty. It's been just fine. And then, you know, like even last night I had a couple of squares of chocolate, you know, which would not usually be my way. It would be to have the whole bar. So I'm not even expecting this to be the same tomorrow or anything, but I'm just saying that it's just been an interesting thing to observe that I am, you know, forced into a consciousness of eating, and yeah, and here I am, and I like the way it feels. It feels easeful, and that's what I want to be around eating. So, you know, I had gone on the Weight Watchers website to look around and see if I could do vegetarian on there and all this stuff. And then I left the site, closed it out, and then they keep emailing me, and I've been, you know, canceling the subscription. You know, or canceling. They've subscribed to me, so I'm canceling that. I'm getting off their list. So I feel good about where I am at the moment, and I also know that it changes, and I will see what happens next.
Beautiful. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. It's just noticing how strong the belief that, like looking at that, your first experience, oh, good, I'm losing weight. And here comes weight loss. We're so deeply conditioned for so long. That's the end goal here. That's what needs to happen very quickly. I don't care if I have peace or not. So what if I have to suffer? Buck up, or whatever it does there. This needs to happen in like lots of, kind of anti the larger body kind of situation, and critical. It's just critical, and just noticing that. Yeah, watching somebody tell me what to eat so that I can have some control here and lose weight. So weird for us to.
I just have spent like my entire life wanting to just eat intuitively.
Yeah.
That has been my goal.
Yes.
And I would always get to some place where I'd be like, okay, let yourself be what weight your body wants to be. Let yourself eat what you want to eat, even if it is cupcakes all day.
Yeah.
But then the weight comes on.
Yeah.
And so it's just a very interesting arc that I'm having. This is what I've always wanted. And I've only gone to programs and plans and all that because I felt like I was getting unacceptably large.
Yeah.
For me.
Right. Yeah. So good to notice, really. Very, very strong. Yeah. Thank you. Glad you're here.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. One more little check-in if you're able. I think this is LaKoya. LaKoya made it. Hi, LaKoya.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good. How are you?
Excellent. Nice to hear your voice.
Nice to hear your voice, Grace.
We're just doing a little quick check-in, whatever thoughts you're noticing, your experience, and then we'll do the work.
I finally was gotten to Slack yesterday. I feel like I am all over the place. Like I'm not doing it right, whatever it is. I'm like, I'm so behind. I haven't been on Marco Polo. I'm like,
Yes.
And then I was trying to find something to wear to work today, and I put on some pants that, did not fit well. And I'm like, sheer panic. I'm frozen in my body. I'm so panicked. Like, oh my God, you're enormous. You're going to be huge. And my daughter's graduating this year. You're going to be huge at graduations. The pictures are going to be god awful because you're so enormous. I'm just like all in.
Yeah.
My head, like I'm all the way in June. It's February and I'm in June, at graduation, enormous and, enormous. So I think I have absolutely been like self-sabotaging myself because the first week of eating peas, and I'm eating Girl Scout cookies. Every time I pass Precious Kisses, I'm having a handful. Just like things I normally wouldn't even do. I'm like so over the ledge. So I find it like, just so curious that I was so excited about starting eating peas. And you and I talked about it how many times. Like I'm like, woohoo, Grace, we're starting. And then we start and I'm like stuck in neutral.
Yeah.
So I find it so interesting. And I just like questioned a little bit last night to say to myself, like, you just need, like, just be still for a minute and think, is that really true?
So good.
But it's so hard not to be desperate and panicked.
Yeah.
Desperation is just unbelievable.
Yes. And just notice the incredibly profound lack of safety when we're desperate.
Yeah.
And this often happens. Some people have this experience. I'm about to start eating peace, even in it, and it even rises the kind of what we're calling kind of dieting or scarcity or control mentality, even to its height. Like I'm going to have to suffer because that's the only way you ever get thin.
Yes.
So just go crazy and eat because it's going to end soon. I will not eat.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah. And so like even noticing there's nothing wrong with you. In fact, it's kind of where we've been, all that deep conditioning, noticing it. I'm going to even take extra right now. I replied back to you on your great question on Slack. So take a look at that. But so just watching desperation, panic, and that we know that the mind is running when we're feeling those, that's our experience.
Yeah, it's absolutely running for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Running and stemming, and I feel like, I don't really have like normally I'm in some program, right? Zoom, I mean, not Zoom, Noom, Weight Watchers, like whatever it is. And now I'm kind of like not in a program, and I feel like, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, what do you do when you're not in a program?
Yeah.
It's what you eat when you're not in a program. I feel like, I'm just kind of in space, just, floating around, nothing tethered.
Yes. I mean, it just shows how strong our belief has been. I can't know what I should be eating. Somebody has to tell me. I have to be following something.
Yes.
I don't know. And that thought, I have to control myself, which some of you have mentioned. I have to control. And then you even have your proof. Look at you. You're eating those cookies. See?
Right.
You do need to be controlled. You absolutely need outside something to control you. There are some ways, like when at the very beginning in the first videos, we're talking about planning, which is certainly, it really rises up people's ideas about this very topic. And there are some ways to make it, if it's very, very safe and very comfortable, and you just want to make it the most beautiful, wonderful day that you're not dieting at all. You're not dieting. We're like relaxing the thought, which is, I think, what we'll do today. I have to control myself. And you just gave yourself, like you're taking care of a little kid, and they're going out for the day, and you're going to pack them even food, or just say, here's what you're going to do here. Here's what we're going to do here. When it's time to eat, you've got this available to you. Just very, very peaceful, very nurturing, letting yourself have a little, like sort of an idea about what's going to happen. So if you feel like you're in chaos, you have a little peace about the day. But sometimes you can scare yourself with like, oh my God, I can't do it without anything. I got to have the plan. Well, so let's look at whatever that plan might be and make it very peaceful, very supportive, very nurturing. Just say, well, I'm going to have some food here, and then I'm going to have some food here, and I'm going to listen to my body, which we're going to talk about more soon, the next module. But just being with your body. Everybody has, even if you've ignored your hunger or ignored your fullness many times, you still have it. You're still carrying it around with you. Mm-hmm. So that's good to notice. My own inner fullness hunger system is here.
Right.
Body. So I can let that one tell me, oh my God, I can't let that one tell me because I'll be fat, So
right.
Watching, I can't follow that. But really asking, and so I get to feel it. Feel the hunger, feel the fullness. It's actually fun, thinking of it as it's fun to get a little hungry. It's fun to meet your hunger and eat food. And then it ends, like Juliet was saying, it's over, but you get to do it again later. Lighter instead of this critical thing where you have to lose weight. It's like dangerous. Everything's dangerous.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm glad you're here. Awesome that you showed up. There can't be any behind. There's a whole smorgasbord of lots to offer, and we don't need to eat it all. Right?
Yeah.
The mind likes to consume. The mind is just wanting to consume just the way we've been wanting to consume like information.
Right.
Just the way we've been. It gets panicked. I need more information. I need to do more.
Yes. Fantastic
to question that. Is that actually true?
Right.
I need more information, we need to do more, show up at everything. So you might have missed it, but Donnie was just saying, no, it's just to show up live, or Gabrielle was just showing up live, hasn't even done any of the, you know, the videos. Totally fine. Here you are. It's great. Just doing whatever you need to do right there. Trust the process. So I'm glad you're here.
Thanks, Grace.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Yeah, how about that one? You know, I need to control myself. And notice the moment that you have it, that thought. And the way this inquiry works, many of you have been here before, but you just speak out loud your answers. And if you start talking at the same time as somebody else, you know, just one of you will pause or keep talking, and that's okay too. And then we'll move, you know, and move on, but just let yourself notice and write if you prefer to write. Just see what your answers are. You can share it in chat. But just everyone getting to find your moment. And just see when this comes up. I need to control myself. I need to control my eating. I need to control this. What is it? What's the this? I need to control this. So somebody just see if you can describe that. There's you. Yeah.
I'll say mine that just popped right up.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So grocery shopping.
Okay.
I need to control myself because I realized that I didn't as much have an eating issue as I had a buying issue.
Good to see. Yeah.
So that was last time we did this cycle. I realized that it was like, oh, I have a problem with cupcakes. No, I have a problem with buying cupcakes.
Yeah.
So grocery shopping is my moment where I have to control myself because that's where I just go, let's pull everything off the shelf and put it in my cart.
Yes. Store it
So
up.
I'll be ready. For whatever I might want intuitively to eat.
Yes.
You know, like whether it be Cheetos or, you know, I mean, it's just like crazy. So grocery shopping is my moment.
Perfect.
So.
Great moment.
Grace?
Yeah.
For me, it was today when I noticed that I was hungry, when I decided to feed myself, when I'm stepping into the kitchen. I need to control myself in what I eat. I need to control my eating.
Yes. And that's a beautiful moment too. It's like hunger is actually alive. It's here. Sometimes that's very interesting to watch that experience of hunger and notice some anxiety about it. And there's normal anxiety about hunger in a way, like the body it's trying to get your attention. But then I remember I used to be really afraid of hunger. Don't like it. But then, yeah, I have to control myself because there's something urgent. Just good. Great moment.
I want to do this right.
Oh, I want to do it right.
Yeah, my moment is I want to control how quickly I get a job, my next role.
Oh, so good. I need to control myself. Yeah. So good. All right, everybody have your moment. Just notice one of those moments. There you are. Thought is, I have to control myself because you're watching this energy that's happening. Is it true? You have to control that. Control that energy. Control yourself. Is it true? And I love Teresa's just saying, I have to control my desires. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right. So, especially if you say yes, can you absolutely know that it's true? You have to control. You have to control that energy, your desire. You have to control it. You absolutely know that that's true.
No.
Yes. Yes.
How'd you find your no, Jerry Ann?
I just became aware that, you know, the outcome is unfolding and it's not necessarily about what I'm doing or not doing.
I also like noticing it's too late. They're already here. This energy is already present. You're not the one that invented it. And Donnie, no, because I can't and because there's another way to work with this energy. Yes.
Mine is I don't need, it's not true because I've seen myself, you know, with grocery shopping, I can allow myself to put everything in my basket and buy it and take it home. And it doesn't necessarily mean it gets eaten, which is, I mean, I've thrown even, you know, good stuff away, you know, you know,
Yeah.
even, even formerly forbidden foods away because they just go bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it doesn't mean anything. I don't have to eat them. I don't need to control myself with the shopping because it doesn't then necessarily mean it's a given that I will have to eat it.
Good to notice. So what happens when you believe I have to control myself? I have to control this. Noticing that energy, watching it when you think that.
Panic, fear, anticipation of the future.
I feel stress, a lot of spinning in my mind. I go into imagining fearful outcomes, scaring myself. I start plotting, scheming, strategizing, getting really busy in my mind. Like, how can I get a plan together, a handle on this?
Everything you just said, I thought that's how I'd be with food. Gotta find right. I'm gonna get another book for, you know, how to or find some, you know, research. And Donnie, failed again, hopeless, can't win this. There's a gap too wide between peaceful eating and where I am. Discouraging, yeah. You see how you treat yourself when you have to control it.
I feel like I have to hold back all the time, and also being very fearful and very attentive to my surroundings and outcomes, and actually that I can't feel myself because I'm all the time like aware of what is happening outside of myself. And Yeah, it just becomes so much busyness all the time. Like it's like overdoing, overworking. I have to watch myself like a hawk to see that's something that I will not make a mistake, that I will not do something unforgiven, that cannot be, how you say,
Mhm.
fixed or made good again, like this. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to regret something later. Or, yeah, I could make a mistake.
I feel pretty stressed, not at peace when I'm near a grocery store, and basically avoid it, go out of my way to not walk past it on my way anywhere. Like I'll go a couple blocks out of the way so I don't pass it, thinking that I will not go in and buy things I shouldn't buy.
Yeah.
And it also feels sad and hopeless about not being able to control myself.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I treat myself like it's all up to me. World's on my shoulders, full responsibility. I have to do it right. So I put a lot of pressure on myself to fix things and make sure the right outcome happens.
And I really noticed when I had that thought, like I need to fix it, I need to do it right, the right outcome needs to happen. Oh, look at that. I start to feel like eating more. Like there's a defiance, if I'm walking around far away blocks from this thing, this grocery store place or whatever. Uh, yeah, it's very interesting. There's something that starts to want to say, well, screw it. Like I'm fighting, closed fists.
I'm very much not at home in myself, and I believe that thought. But just I use coming back to that. Very fearful, and fearful of the future, which I'm creating an entire. I have a whole world of the future, as everyone knows, or does.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Right. You might notice racing pictures of when you've been out of control in the past. You've got your proof that you need to control. Because look at all that.
Mhm.
And so that's going to happen again. So Johnny says the urge to overcome the urge doesn't work, says Johnny. Good idea to try another way. I'm more peaceful around control. Yeah. Control is war. So let's go there. Who would you be without the thought? Just kind of relax and you can let it sit down for a moment. I absolutely need to control myself. I need to control my energy. What if that wasn't the case? You can let yourself see, oh my God, I can't let that lid off because I'll start eating everything in sight. You can notice that fear might be there. I notice it's there with the thought. Without the thought, I need any control. I mean, if you just did not have the thought, and find yourself in that moment of energy, that energy that you think where you need to control this, who would you be without that belief?
Without the thought, I am in the uncertainty and I am calm, very trusting. I just feel held and supported. I feel sure that it's going to be okay. I am connected to my guidance and I know what to do next. And I just let myself experience the ending.
Mm.
And yeah, just give myself some space. And I'm in real deep surrender and trust.
Really beautiful. I love that, what you just said. I let myself experience the ending. The ending, that can even be in a meal, like you're eating and you might be saying, I need to control. You don't have the thought, I need to control myself. Let yourself experience. Satiated, done, full for the moment. Just for the moment. Not permanent. And the day will go as it goes, like that metaphor of you're sometimes when you're driving from this place hundreds of miles away, you cannot see the whole road. You only see the horizon. And you know what to do in that moment. Like something's in the road, you put on your brakes, stop, tire goes flat, fix the tire, keep going, look out the window. You just know what to do. That's all that's required. Responding to the moment.
I feel like,
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I feel like if I didn't have the thought that I have to control everything, like I could let people in, there wouldn't be this distance. I could ask for help. I could live in truth as opposed to hiding everything.
Beautiful.
I would, without the thought, I need to control myself in the grocery store, I would actually be excited to be in the grocery store. I would know that I can have any of it and that all of it is a possibility and it's not to be feared. So it's almost like a colorful, massively organized exhibit that I'm in.
So great.
It's just like, oh, wow, it's like kind of like an amusement park in a way.
Yeah.
It's much lighter, it feels much lighter.
Yeah.
What I noticed without the thought is, as I thought about being in the kitchen, I had to go with woman in the kitchen and the hungry. And then I saw so many yummy options that were available to me that I wouldn't starve. And that was very peaceful and very curious and exciting at the same time. Much happier, much more grounded, obviously. And then what I did is I noticed what I actually did do today in that moment is that I did choose something that was both healthy and delightful. And so I need to notice those things too. Myself accountable for all the missteps. I need to count the steps that are good, that I see as productive. Anyway, without the thought, it's kind of exciting.
I love Donnie's saying, without the need to control, I can see myself watching fear and urge and just let them be there. Like no need to control them, which is great to just see, what do I mean by control? Like shut it down, rein it in, barricade it off. Or like I hate that urge. And no need to control it or do anything to make it go. It's like getting the key, the way out. Isn't that powerful? I love leaving the game of control that I kept losing and play a new game. Which I like. Amusement park, game. Very sweet. All right. So let's turn it around. So I need to control this. You know what this is for you. We need to control it. Simple. I don't need to. I need to not control it. Actually, could that be true?
You know, that feels a little like control. I should not control.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And just being there and noticing what it's like, not controlling and meeting those feelings, that feels different. So I don't need to control.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. It's good. It's whatever, just
That works.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't need to. Matter of fact, controlling just makes it worse.
Yeah.
I'm going to fire myself.
Right.
I no longer want this job.
Yeah. And I love it's only been part of you that's had the job anyway, but you can say, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you for trying.
Yeah, I can see I don't need to control it. I need to really trust and be present to just know what to do next. So I don't need to control it. I don't need to control it because attempting to control it, I am scaring myself with future images, imagining worst case scenarios. So I don't need to control it because I'm actually not helping at all. Yeah, I don't need to control it because I'm actually being counterproductive, using my energy in wasteful ways, and not being present enough to see what is actually showing up for me. Yeah, so I don't need to control it. Because yes, I'm doing a terrible job at controlling it. It's not possible.
Yeah.
I see that I don't need to control it, and maybe I would be surprised. Maybe this longing for aliveness and this longing for enjoyment or taking life in could there could be openness for something that would be present that actually is my deep longing, and seeing that this controlling is withholding me for experience any of this.
It's sort of precious, isn't it? It's like, oh, there it is, this thing and this whatever, that if it's an urge, or just watching that energy and like letting it, maybe it has a longing message, just letting it be there. Yeah. Great.
I was just looking at, I don't need to control myself at the grocery store. I can just enjoy the amusement park and do what you do in the grocery store, which is you shop. But then when I tried another one, grocery store needs to control me, which is definitely not the grocery store's goal. They don't care if
Maybe
I
it
control
is.
me. No, I don't. I mean, I don't ever like throw things on the floor in the grocery store. But the thing is that that's impossible. That the grocery store would control me for going in and shopping and buying a lot of stuff. So, but that's the same thing as it's as impossible as trying or thinking that I need to control myself in the grocery store. They're both as impossible and absurd,
Mhm.
you know. So that I guess that's where I got with that turnaround. I don't know. Can you think of anything else with that, Grace?
No, I love that. That's great. It's like just trying on the reverse to see, what is it's like we'll be so harsh on ourselves, or we'll say, how little kids say, "You made me do that," you know,
Mm-hmm.
and so I like that. Just switching it up and noticing, yeah, it's not actually true. There's sort of a sense of empowerment in it, different from this control thing. Like I have my place in this, I get to, we're not talking about having zero control and laying on the floor and like, oh, it's terrible. Yeah, just, hey, nothing I can do. It's still, I'm still involved. I mean, I'm having a conversation. There's an ongoing conversation with reality in a way right here. And it's not forcing me to do anything.
Mm.
And I like noticing just the turnaround. My thinking needs to control this. It doesn't, it starts to get all on it. And just my thinking needs, just my thoughts. Without the thought, what's here? Like letting it all be here in a way. Just instead of that closed fist, it's more open hands. Teresa's, I like yours. I need to enjoy my desires. Yeah. Why not? Instead of like, have a desire, oh no, we'll come right on top of it. So I have a desire. Okay.
I see. I need to free this. And for me, that means just like freeing up all the stress I'm feeling in the moment. It means just letting go of the fears, the expectations, the rules, the how it should be, what it means, just letting it all go. I need to free this. Yeah.
Much more fun.
Free the tiger. They don't have to contain it all the time. Whip down. I like that.
Yeah. Donnie, I don't need to control. Feels like the crack that lets relaxation in. Good. Yeah.
You need to free this.
And that is very sweet to say maybe that trigger from control is a cue. Let's relax. I'm scared about something. I'm going into the future. I'm imagining the future, even if the future is 1 minute from now when the meal is over, or when I get full and I don't like it anymore because I have to stop, quote unquote, or I don't know, just the future, pictures of not having the job after 5 months, right? And then what am I going to do? Or with that scaring ourselves, just.
I have held on to this, and I'm probably, Grace, one of those people that we could tie my eating issues to before birth. I think we've discussed a little bit about that, but I'm probably one of those rare people that then I reinforced it all along the way because that's what I knew. And so I need to free this.
Yeah.
I just love that.
Yeah.
Be free.
Yes.
Be free to speak to me. Be free to let's move on because you're not happy. I'm not happy. All of us in this little thing, and yes, many of me, right, are so yeah. Let's free this to talk about it. Let's free it. Oh, that feels so good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jerry Ann.
Yeah, Jerry Ann, thank you very much. Also, I took that and just changed it to release because for me, control and release felt more, felt more significant, almost like when you have the dog on the leash and you let it go and it just starts to joyfully run like a crazy thing.
Yeah.
So I need to release myself at the grocery store and have it just be a joyful selection thing, just a selection adventure, So.
Yeah. And Donnie's saying, control and fear were two good friends going for a better company. Invite peace and relax instead. Peaceful eating instead of fearful, feeling out of control eating. Yeah. And I like that sort of the out of control as it doesn't feel good. It's not peaceful and joyful, out of control. It does feel like you're breaking out of prison, and there's kind of a gripping, I defy this control thing, but it's sort of in response. It's like a reaction, rebellion. So we're talking about something joyful, exciting, total free range, freedom.
Well, I can see, especially as of today, this morning, how I've used control the best way I've known how. That I really thought that was my best option to take care of myself. If I just buckle down a little harder, if I just plow through it, if I just find the right eating program, if I just stick to it,
Yeah.
determination, do all that, that was the best way I knew how to deal with it. But
Yeah.
a better way.
Yeah.
Thank you, control.
Yeah.
Run at it. You had your turn.
Awesome. Right.
You always say, how does that feel, or what does that look? And I have the immediate image, of course, a butterfly, breaking free and flying. And another funny one with the donuts on its back. But, that's just me being goofy. But that's what came. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. So great to just keep watching everybody. Just notice it. I think of this as a incredibly common thought. I need to manage that. I need to control it. I need to fix it. I need to figure it. I need to know what's going to happen. I need to, and just where it tips, it doesn't mean that you're completely don't have a calendar, don't pack your bags, like all chaos ensues. It's somewhere I'm just meeting, and it's just the right amount. It's just the right amount. Could that be? It's just the right amount. Even life is just giving me just the right amount in the moment. I feel very overwhelmed. Just right. Just right. I don't have to. I can always. There's no have to.
I love what you say, Grace, in checking in with my body. My mind will lie to me about what I want to eat, when I want to eat, why I want to eat, why I think I should control, why. But as I'm paying more attention to my body, which is such a blessing of work for me, because I've been in my head forever, that my body will tell me what is peaceful, what will work. I just don't have a relationship with it a lot right now. I'm going to have to build that relationship.
Yeah.
Like any other relationship. I don't know its voice. I don't know. I'm just going to, and my body has never lied to me. I cannot find a time, not even in my diseases, in doing the work with Helena and making peace with disease through the work of Byron Katie.
Yeah.
Some resistance to, I've got this disease because I'm resisting something else or I'm ignoring something else, so it's my fault. But what I find is that my body is my best friend. It won't lie to me with my even with colds, even with other things. So I can find that there. So now I need to trust it with food.
Lovely. So beautiful. Yeah, it's not like we're ignoring it. We've done lots of ignoring of it, And it's very that thing, it needs to be smaller. It needs to look that other way. It needs to be different. That started very, very young. You know, it just needs to be other than it is. You know, all that violence towards the body, like you just relax, even with however your body is today. Oh my God, I can't relax with it because it's wrong. It'll be like Lakoya was saying. But just, well, this is what it is today. Okay. Steady companion. Checking in with it. So Donnie's sharing, I love this piece of work, Grace. I take it to business too. Started a new role and did not want to get stressed again. Yes. And I don't need to control. What a golden key to being free. Yeah. All these things we're creating or whatever we're doing in our lives, all of it. It's okay. Very sweet, everybody. All right, and just watch your mind, like listen to it. Like, so one of the exercises here, we identify our thoughts in the work. If you can't even get to writing it down, you just start talking out loud. Hear what your mind is saying. Notice the energy of that, you know. Watch out, you gotta be careful. This thing's gonna happen. You're just like, oh, honey, a little afraid, aren't you? Yes, that's so funny, isn't that? So interesting, you wanna be in the future, you know. A different dialogue, you know. Yeah. All right. Beautiful work, everybody. Lovely to be with you.
Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Bye-bye.